Magic has done some pretty crazy things over the years, but honestly, I don't think I've ever seen one this crazy. I mean, I've been playing the game for 7 years, ever since, what was it, Cons of Tarkir in 2014, I think it was? And I've never seen these either. I was just sitting there scrolling through Amazon, and all of a sudden, I came across these, and I immediately was like, what the heck is this? I need to have them. And sure enough, they just showed right in front of my doorstep, literally today, so I immediately had to make a video on these. Look at these. They came out from the world's smallest, which is a company that basically takes normal things, even from like Lincoln Logs to Hot Wheels, and they basically just shrink them down. This is, like, you can take 4 of these and put them on a singular card. It is, in other sense, half of a card in all dimensions. And I even looked through them, and they are fully functional decks. There's a total of 4 of them, which you can totally get. Just go on Amazon and find them. They're called the Deck Mini Series, I think. And it comes with 2 decks, basically dual decks, so you can play with your friends. It comes with Jace, Vraska, Nicol Bolas, and Ajani, and they are fully functional decks. Like I said, they're just really small. I have small hands, but even I find it hard to hold these decks. It's almost comedic how small these cards are, and that's the whole point of it. But you wouldn't think that Magic would create anything weird like this. I mean, they create the unsets, which are supposed to be like, oh, take everything you know about Magic and throw them out the window. Here's a bunch of weird, quirky things that they did. I mean, they started having, like, with the unstable stuff, they did a lot of stuff with, like, squirrels and dice rolls, and, like, one of them was a head saucer, which you put your head on the table, and if your head leaves the table, you have to sacrifice the creature. I mean, that's pretty weird for Magic, but collabing with world's smallest and making these super small decks, I mean, I never even heard of this. I never even thought of it. And it came out in 2014 when I started Magic, so it must have been early 2014 because I didn't know anything about this. So when I started scrolling through Amazon and I found it, I mean, I had to buy it because why wouldn't I? I'm a huge Magic fanatic, and I mean, I'm probably going to use them tomorrow. My friends are coming over, probably going to be sitting there, and I'll play and I'll use them. I'll pop them out and be like, hey, these are super small decks. You can use your normal size cards, but if I put out like an enchantment or something to enchant another creature that's like theirs, then you know how weird that'll be to just put a really small card on top of theirs? Like, it's some weird stuff. Even putting on like dice for 1/1 counters is going to be wild, because eventually you're going to have to use D20s and that are the size of the card. Like, what? I don't know what Magic was thinking about this, but like, it's honestly a really good idea, and I wish they made more of them, because as far as I'm aware, they only made 2 of them, which are 4 decks. So I mean, Magic, come on, make more of these at this point. Like, you did it back in 2014, and think of the things that you would do with this stuff. I mean, even make a whole set based on, like, oh, they're these, and then, like, either make small cards, or, like, in booster packs, make them so, like, you rip apart, they're like 2 cards. So, make them like that. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do. A lot of card whatevers have already done them already. I mean, Magic, you even made cards that are supposed to, like, you turn them to the side and you read them because there are 2 parts to it. It wouldn't be that hard, and they could easily redo this again. They're super fun. I think they're hilarious, but they also have practical senses. I mean, you could easily make them for what? Because I bought them each for like $10, and normal starter decks cost about $20 or so. So they could easily make these for what? a quarter of the cost or something because of how small they are. So quarter of the cost, sell them for half the price. That's easily just a straight profit, because I know they make so much profit on the cards and the like online, like MTG Arena and everything. And yeah, I know they're trying to make everything more digitalized so that people pay more for stuff there, because there's more likely for you to make online transfers there, because the actual like card game itself I don't think brings in as much profit as online. But still, like, I think a lot more, like, even it'll bring in a better demographic too, because people will be like, oh, this looks really funny, this looks really cute, let's learn this card game that I could fit in my pocket. Like, somebody could even put it in like a small little pocket right in their shirt. Like these decks look really cool, really funny, but they have practical sense too. And if you guys are wondering about these little plushies, it was just, I went off to sell some cards, sell some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I just had lying around that I was like, I don't play it anyway, so why don't I go sell them? And they managed to have these two bad boys in the, well, bad boy and girl in a little glass case, and I immediately was like, I need to have them because I'm a Pokemon plushie fanatic, so I have to be a Magic plushie fanatic too. But yeah, like Magic, if you're only gonna make a Jace, Vraska, Nicol Bolas, and a Ajani, why not add like Chandra, Nissa, Gideon, all them? Just add like the rest of the Gatewatch, all that. I might even make a whole video about why I think Oath of the Gatewatch is the worst set ever, which would be real simple, just like this. But I mean, you know how easy it would be for Magic to just make more of these? Honestly, like, they're super small, super fun. I mean, some of the cards are kind of hard to read because of how small they are, but I mean, that's kind of the appeal to them too. They're just really small and you could take them anywhere. So, Magic, if you're listening, come on, make more of them. I know I just found out about them, but still, it's like finding out about the unstable sets after years of not having them. Like, I think they even did that with the unstable sets. It was all of a sudden like, oh, unstable came out when the other unset was like way before. It was like, oh, I didn't know this existed. And then people might look back on the old unstuff, like, Magic, come on. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in Magic in a very long time. And I was, like, I'm very easily impressed, but like, Strixhaven, amazing. As soon as I heard that they were coming out with D&D related stuff, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do a whole video on that too. Like, that's huge. Like, they're now bringing in crossovers. They're making new ideas, because like back then it was like, oh, we're bringing in like old sets, like the Zendikar remix. Okay, whatever. Even like the newer ones, like Zendikar Rising, I didn't enjoy that because I think they were trying to go for like the D&D related party stuff, but they didn't fully do it, I think, as efficiently as they should have. But I mean, and then there was like the god stuff, like all the different mythologies. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the mythology stuff. But I really enjoy when they actually are like, you know what? Let's make a set so that people can relate to it. Like Strixhaven, I really enjoyed it because then all my friends were like, oh, let's choose like what our colleges would be. I'm Quandrix. I'm the math guy. I think blue and green are probably one of the best color combinations ever. I could even go with a whole video on where I think the colors line up in like best to worst, and the different color combinations, how there might be a little different in between. But like, one of my friends is Witherbloom, one of my friends is Lorehold. Like, there's like my little brother's Silverquill. What was the other one? I don't remember the other one, but like, yeah. Oh, it was Prismari. Yeah, doesn't matter. But like, still, Magic did like really good stuff with that set, like with the Strixhaven stuff. It was really good. This, having really small cards, like, that's like a new, weird, like, cool mechanic that like you can just take cards that you already have and just make them smaller. Like, more people will buy it, because it's Magic stuff. It's, I wouldn't exactly say limited edition. It's just more stuff for people to have and just kind of be like, you know what, I have this, and I'm glad that I bought it. Like, I'm very glad that I bought these, even if like they're not good or anything, because I'm gonna be trying them tomorrow. But even if they're not good, I still have them. Therefore, I'm still gonna use them. Like, even if I don't use them, I will even go out and just be like, you know what? I have this really small deck. Do you have a really small deck? No. You're using normal cards. I'm gonna fight you with a really small deck, and if I win, look at that. I won. And I'm probably gonna be searching for more Magic plushies, because those are really cool, but like, Magic needs to do more stuff like this. That's why I think the new Forgotten Realms stuff that's about to come out is gonna be huge, because it's a crossover. When's the last time we've seen a Magic crossover that doesn't involve mythology? I don't know if they ever have. Now, just off the top of my head. But, yeah. I mean, Strixhaven could kind of be related to Disney in a sense, with, like, all the, like, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot sort of thing, like what they did with their little map that you get whenever you get a bundle. I mean, it can kind of be related to that, but just these, it's something new entirely. And I mean, if you get another get another company along with it too, I mean, that's just free money for them too, because then they get to have a full product placement. Because now I might be looking at more World's Smallest stuff, because they're small and they're funny and cute and adorable. So, I mean, I'm not doing a product placement at all. I'm just sharing to y'all that this is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in Magic. And if you guys like me just sitting here ranting about Magic stuff for minutes of your day, then just let me know. Comment in the video or anything, and just let me know, because I could sit here and talk about Magic forever. So, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, and let me know if you guys like me sitting here just ranting about Magic stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.